Yo, what's good, Josh? Your girl, Dosecity. I'm back with another video. And if y'all want to get high, come roll with me. Now, we back with another no jumper clip, man. Now, you know, Almighty Suspect got fired. Now, Uncle Wack is here to the rescue. He tried to walk Adam down on firing Suspect. You know what I'm saying? So we finna react to this clip. Let's get right into this, man.
Dominated by Caucasian people, right? A lot of shit goes on, right?
Do you ever get into the YouTube nook of watching different videos about, like, you know, white gangs that sell meth down south?
No, it's a whole lot.
You watch that for an hour or two, and you'll be convinced like white people are just as fucked up.
Yeah, like,
if placed into these
I
environments.
promise you, it's coming right next.
Yeah, it's a lot goes on. So I get where Brandon's coming from, and I got where dude was coming from. But you know, moving along with it, I feel like you was a little extreme, and we really need to talk about that.
Oh, really? What do you think?
I believe that, you know, I believe that no jumper, because I'm hearing Josh scheduled that shit and called, and Josh is you when you ain't here.
You're talking about Josh scheduling the Almighty and Brandon
I
episode.
feel like, yo, we got to look out for each other and know what not to do. Like, come on, like, bro, you did this shit with Brick Baby.
What?
However you had it scheduled, you made sure we never cross paths.
True.
Right? Okay, so if we know we got a situation going on with nephew, and the last thing it is they was finna fight, I really believe y'all was looking at it like it's content. I don't think y'all understood the seriousness. I understood Brandon went and did his homework. This dude was kind of saying all kind of things about me. I don't know nothing about him. Let me find some dirt. And listen, I don't doubt him for that. So what I think you a little too harsh is why we can't give him a suspension.
Really, because this was not the first time, I think, was the main thing that made me feel like
What
this
you
was,
mean not the first time?
Well, the Kelpie situation was pretty extreme.
The what?
When he beat up Kelpie, Almighty.
You beat him up where?
You don't remember this? It was like the most viral clip in the history of...
How long ago was that?
2 years.
Okay, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Okay, within the 2 years, when everybody left the building, did he follow the bandwagon?
No.
Okay, well, let's give him some credit. So let's take the Kelpie situation.
And I do appreciate that for sure.
Hold on, let's take the Kelpie situation. And when everybody left, Almighty didn't follow the bandwagon, and let's call that a wash. So he starts with a clean slate. I ain't saying don't give him, you know, no punishment, but I'm saying, like, don't just get rid of nephew like that. Or maybe give him a 2 week, 30 days or something. But
my issue is that
I ain't saying, look, this your build. I'm just telling you, nephew didn't, you know, he shows up, he does his thing. He's a character. People look forward to seeing him because of how he acts. But don't just get rid of him like that.
I mean,
give him a.
You never know what's going to happen in the future. It's not like it would be impossible. But from my perspective, dealing with...
So remember what I said, y'all. I felt like he was going to hire Suspect back. Probably not now, but in the future for sure. You know what I mean? But Wack is super passionate right now trying to get, you know, his job back. I do feel like, though, he has a point. When Suspect did not turn around and walk out on Adam, I think that should have, like, gave Suspect, like, some sort of a clean slate. Not exactly a clean slate, but some sort of a clean slate that would allow you to be like, okay, I see that you actually riding for the team. Now, this is a white man. He does not care about no riding for the team. I know he was a BMX rider at one point, but he doesn't care about that. He's about the business aspect, right? If you're bad for business, you got to go, no matter how you look at it.
Lawsuits basically makes it so that running this business is completely fucking pointless, in the sense that a lawsuit that cost me 50 grand immediately just like erases so much time that we spend on stream, because streaming does not really make that much money. So from my perspective, anyone who introduces behavior that ultimately seems like it's rising to the occasion that a lawsuit could result from it, to me, it's like, this is something that we have to get away with.
How about this? That's cool. Well, how about we pay attention to the lawsuiters? Because It been some shit that went on, and everybody ain't screaming sue. So maybe we get away from them people that's them type of people.
Well,
maybe they don't fit. Maybe they don't fit
But that's
our
the thing.
environment.
They don't sue until they leave.
No, but what I'm saying, maybe they don't fit our environment. You talking that shit, you saying certain shit, you disrespecting niggas the way you doing it, and then when they go there, you want to scream lawsuit.
But who do you see as the potentially litigious type?
He was the one, Brandon.
You
was
think
the one,
Brandon is a sewer?
He's the one screaming it. Like we didn't all been in some
he screamed about the knife?
we was all in some shit, right? Been in some type of situation, and it's just we deal with it how we deal with it, you know? And I ain't even saying...
This guy, Wack, is such a manipulator, right? And he thinks he's really getting somewhere with Adam, but I feel like Adam has woken up, you know.
Get rid of dude, but I'm saying if we gonna, like, listen, I'm totally against terminating him without giving him a suspension. Like, bro, motherfucking Lush punk ass nigga had 50 gang members talking about f you, f me, all kind of weird shit.
And definitely, if Lush were to f up massively again,
But
that would have been instructive about it. Like, you f up multiple times. Maybe we need to take a step back from working with you.
You gave him a week's suspension. I ain't saying give Almighty a week's suspension, maybe 2 weeks. But I'm saying don't give this dude who had it that could have turned into something. And I woke up and got included in it. You got included in it. He got a week's suspension. Great. I'm glad that happened for Lush. I'm just saying, I think indefinite without a return date right now, and he's been loyal, is a little extreme. That's all. I ain't telling you how to run your building. This is just your brother. I'm saying this. I believe it's a little extreme, and all the training that is winning him from here, I'd rather see that talent stay in his building than force him to go try to find a check and it ends up in another building.
Well, he's on the hater world tonight.
I mean, that's cool, but even on his thing last night.
Maybe he'll be their black guy.
No,
they don't have a black guy.
No, even his thing last night, I'm glad that he's...
Bro, what? He said maybe they'll be their black guy. They don't have a black guy. What?
Not going into a hole or thinking nothing crazy. He at least is working his name, right? Bring our guy back to our building, bro.
How is this your guy all of a sudden? You never showed him any love prior to this.
Always.
When?
Always, bro.
I was not privy to this.
Oh, you know how long I've been knowing this dude?
No.
Since he's...
I've seen Wack has spoken about suspect as nephew. He doesn't really say everybody nephew to everyone, so it's certain ones he actually calls him nephew. I've seen that.
Was going at Blueface about stealing his style. You know what I did?
Still doing that.
You know what I did when he did that?
What?
Brought him to the concert and let him go on stage with Blueface.
When was that?
At the Novo.
That doesn't seem like it's really worked out long term because they still hate each other.
No, it was cool. They ain't never had no problem. Whatever he say, but
Blueface was kind of like sending his guys to look around here to try to find Almighty at one point when they were doing an episode.
Nah, because
he tweeted about him. Blueface had a tweet where he basically called Suspect like the lamest dude from LA or some shit. But he changed it to AS because he basically like didn't want to give him any more clout than he had to. Which I was a little surprised.
What I'm saying is like, I just think indefinite is a little extreme.
Oh, yeah. It's an extreme business, and I used to take part in extreme sports. So, extreme is really kind of my nature.
So, there's no way possible we can just give him a suspension.
At this point, I think I'm ready to at least take a step back, at least for a while. I'll say that. Is that who knows what the future could hold. At this time, I think I'm...
Bro, I looked up, you had the Mexican dude who violated 50 ways back on the show. What we talking about, bro?
I'm saying there is a place for forgiveness within this building.
You let Lush...
Comparator was banned permanently and eventually wormed his way back in.
Yeah, but he went running his mouth saying all kind of shit. Nephew ain't did none of that.
This is pro wrestling. I think it's important for you to remember that.
Huh?
This is pro wrestling.
No, I don't know what that is. That's you and Brick Baby, WWE.
No, that's gay porn.
But
it's pro wrestling in the sense that any conflict, Could it change as time goes by? Yeah, of course, it could change. Who knows?
Yeah, but why have him up under the gun where it's just
The gun?
no return? I mean, damn, bro. Like, hey, listen.
I mean, I guess technically I didn't say that there was no return.
That's what I'm saying. But why we said it, you said it time for Lush. I went to bat for Lush. This ain't nothing new.
What, with the Travis Ford situation?
I definitely did. His ass was out of here. I called you on that. I said, look, bro, I think he was just, he dealing with a dude who ain't rational. He's saying things because I believe he got caught up in that, wanted to be cool with some gang members. I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of him indefinitely.
That definitely happened.
Whatever you choose to do, you do as your building. I'm just saying, like, God damn, man. Because it'll bother me if I look up and something happened with nephew.
What do you mean?
Just what I'm saying. This is part of his program. Yeah, this part of his program, believe it or not. It's part of his program.
So what do you think he's going to go do?
He got a void. Now he got a void. He got to open space. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying no punish him, but damn, at least give him something to look forward. Tell him, like, look, you out 2 weeks, 30 days. Come back. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But damn, don't just like.
Honestly, it probably would have been that if it wasn't for the Kelpie thing. It's just, to me, it was like, even though they were a couple years apart,
bro, your man,
it just felt a little
you
too
got
extreme.
to give him some credit for staying.
So hold on. So suspect is out here still. I understand what Wack is saying as far as there's a void, and like, he's probably going, like, end up back in the streets per se, and like, be around people that he's probably not, is gonna mess his whole situation up, right? Like, God forbid, whatever, right? So that's what Wack is saying. But I just feel like I didn't know suspect was like stuck. Isn't he like not all in the gang no more, or whatever? Like, they put him off or some shit. So I'm kind of confused.
Staying down when everybody else probably wanted him to leave, bro.
Believe it or not, I did.
You got to phase that out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a wash. Kelpie ain't there, and now at this point you can't. That's gone. You staying loyal and staying is gone, right? This situation, I want to get you up out of here, but you know what? I'm talking to Wack. I'm thinking about it. That does mean something. Look. You gone for a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know, but I just feel like the indefinite thing, and when you're not given a date of return, it's indefinite. In your mind, I don't want to look up in the hours of 8 and 12 when he would have been here. We look on social media and something happened.
For the record, if anything happens to him during the hours that he would normally be here, I don't really feel like that is our responsibility.
No, what I'm saying is, I understand it because I used to be his age. This is his and today, to even have a program like that means something. It keeps you out, it keeps you away, and it keeps you in position to meet other people to possibly do other things with.
Sure.
Maybe I'm speaking as a big homie. Maybe I'm speaking as a big brother. Maybe I'm speaking as a father. I'm just saying, think about it. You ain't got to make your decision now.
Okay.
Think about it. Maybe we can just kind of like do something a little less.
Who knows what the future
and if
may hold.
He come back on a probational period.
I was saying a straitjacket.
I mean, shit, that too, whatever. Just
Or
let nephew come
a
back.
phone booth. We install a phone booth so he can, like, lash out at the glass and sort of like gnash his teeth at the glass.
That would be kind of cool. That
would be cool,
listen,
right?
And he has been, it's not only that too, chat, like he has been going back and forth with everybody new that came up there. Brandon, he went back and forth with the girl Jalee, and apparently he's the one of the reasons why she got a job there. But it's just like, he's like, suspect has been moving almighty, right? He has been moving very mighty. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, like, comment, subscribe. Put at the bottom if y'all think suspect deserves a second chance, man. Wack right now, he almost got me in the last part. I was like, damn, man. That's deep. That's deep.
We put this phone booth in here for you. When you feel like you want to go crazy, go on the phone booth. Hey, listen, that's a good gimmick.
No, he's got to be in it the whole time.
That's a good gimmick, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
The idea of him being that, like, out of control is pretty funny.
Hey, yo,
anyway,
content is
all right,
content.
so the suspect thing, I feel like the fifth.